What's up? It's your boy Jay. For so many trans people, a birth name isn't just a name. It's a constant, painful echo that nags the brains. It really wasn't ours to fully begin with, to be quite honest with you. That wrong name is a daily nagging reminder of being out of sync with the world. Today, I'm going to share with you how I legally erased my dead name, and I'll walk you through the exact steps that I took in order to do this process. Now, keep in mind, I live in the state of Texas, so I'm going to do my best to try and keep it universal throughout the whole United States. If I miss anything or if you have any questions, do not hesitate to comment down below. I now know how to get notifications, so shout out to that person who motivated me to get back on this. I see you. I see you. Before I dive into the world of paperwork and bureaucracy, I want to talk about the why. Because let's be real, this isn't just because I want a new driver's license. This is because I want to align with my real identity. I know you do, everyone wants to, so let's get it. For me, hearing my dead name felt like a punch to the gut every single time. It was a name that never fit, a label slapped on me based on a fundamental misunderstanding of who I was. It was on my mail, my bank account, my coffee cup. It's that feeling of being made invisible, of having your very identity denied right to your face. Now, granted, I understand that I can literally put my McDonald's order as another name. I simply do that still to this day because you're not going to find out that I go to McDonald's a lot. Ever since I started aligning with myself, I did start putting my everything as Jay. I just wish that I would have done it earlier. Let me talk a little bit about the science behind it. There's a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People, and the first step to basically have people like you is saying their name. Everyone likes being called their name. It's the sweet sound of the name. So if you ever misname someone or if you dead name someone, just know that you're on the enemy list. No, I'm just kidding. I know sometimes it's hard. Trust me, I had to deal with family members whenever they had to, change it up for me a little bit because I would be like, hey, it's Jay. And they would be like, all right, sorry, obviously you're going to go through that type of battle. Do you feel like, ooh, like you already know my name, but keep in mind they kind of grew up with calling you by your dead name. Your family respects you and is able to try and do the change. Give them a bit of space. Trust me, I still got irritated at that point in time, but I knew better and I understood where they were coming from. It just kind of hurts, but obviously give them time if you're blessed with that opportunity. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty, the part that you're probably here for: the how do you actually pull this off? First, the big disclaimer: I am not a lawyer. I'm simply sharing you my experience of what I did and simply checking the sources. So please make sure that you also do your research. I can only guide you for a little bit, and then from there you have to also double check me because I am a human. I'm not ChatGPT. I make mistakes, even though ChatGPT do be making mistakes. I caught it, and then it wants to gaslight me and be like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. This is what I went through. The process can be a little different depending on where you're located at. State laws and sometimes even county laws are a bit different. Be sure to call the shots. Your first step should be to do your research prior to what I'm saying. Double check me because I am known for mistakes, trust me. Organizations like the National Center for Transgender Equality have fantastic state by state guides on how to do this process. That said, the journey has a couple milestones to complete first, and let's get to it. Step number one: the petition. The whole legal shebang starts with the petition. This is just a formal stack of papers you file with your local court, usually a county or probate court, to ask for the name change. You'll need to track down the right forms. A lot of court websites have a self-help section where you can download them for free. You'll fill them out, and with your current legal info, yep, that means using your dead name one last time. But it's okay, it's just this last time and your chosen name. If you want to do the extra step and call them, be sure to go check out your court's website, and from there you'll be able to look for name change of order petitions, and you can simply download them from there, or you can simply download it from a link that I will pin down below. It's pretty good for Texas. I still need to do my research for other states. I'm sorry. You'll also need to give a reason for the change, and you don't have to write an epic novel. Just something simple and honest, like to confirm with my gender identity is standard and works perfectly. Or you can also say it better fits my self identity, or it's better suited for me. I did something very simple, and they understood the assignment. If they ask any questions, be sure to be like, I mean, do you not see? Just kidding. Don't do that. Be sure to like wear formal, but we'll talk about that later. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the cost. Court filing fees are a genuine hurdle for a lot of people, ranging anywhere from $100 to over $400. If that fee is a deal breaker, please look into getting a fee waiver. Sometimes it's labeled as an IFP. I did my research on this, so it's basically a fee waiver, right? But I didn't go through the fee waiver, so I can't really say much about it. I unfortunately had to drop $400 in order for my petition to go through. At that point, I just wanted to get it over with, and I was like, here's $400. I need my name changed ASAP. It's basically a request to the court to ditch the fees because you can't afford them. You'll probably qualify if you get a public benefits or if your income is below a certain level. Don't let the cost be the thing that stops you, because trust me, that was the thing that stopped me 3 years ago. Step number 2, the court. You might have to go through a court hearing. The idea of this can be super intimidating, but honestly, it's usually just a quick formality. So I was a bit of a nervous wreck, but my hearing was over in less than 5 minutes. The judge asked my name, why I wanted to change it, and if I was trying to dodge debts or something fraudulent. I said no. He signed the order, and boom, done. My advice: wear a nice formal outfit. I wore a suit. I looked pretty clean. Yes, I had a mullet at the time. You can look back at my video a year ago. That's what I looked like. I thought a mullet was cool. I never had a mullet before, but I wore a mullet, and I also didn't have a haircut, so I kind of looked a little chopped. But I had a suit, and that's what matters. Also, be respectful. They're all human as well. Just be sure to wear a fit that makes you feel confident. Be ready to state your truth, and it's simple. You're done. Step number 3, the decree. So this is it. This is a magic moment. Once the judge signs off, they'll issue a court order, also known as a decree. This piece of paper is your golden ticket. It's the legal document that makes your new name official. I can't even begin to describe the feeling of holding that paper for the first time. It was like a 50-pound weight I didn't even know I was carrying just dissolved. It was proof. It was real. My biggest tip here is get multiple certified copies of this decree from the court clerk. They'll charge a small fee for each to get them notarized. But trust me, it's worth every penny. I got 5, and I think I used at least 3 of them. With this, I had to print out the paper. I came out with 5 different copies. The good thing about it is that there was like 5 other, court cases there, and I was also there. I was by myself, right? And the best thing, I feel like I was blessed because I was the last one to get my case done. And he simply called my dead name. I walked up, and he was like, "Are you here for name change?" I was like, "Yes, sir." He was like, "You're here to change your name from dead name to J?" I was like, "Yes, sir." It's like, "Okay, your I will grant you that wish." I was like, "Thank you." He's like, "Yes, sir." And that was it. After that, he was like, "Do you have anything for me to sign?" And I pulled up my 5 copies, and I was like, "Yes, sir." Sign these. And then after he signed those, he also stapled them. I go to the side, and the ladies are there, and they basically notarized all 5 of my copies. And the thing is, they said, "Are you sure that you want to notarize all of these? It's gonna cost you money." I said, yes, because I have to go talk to my
Boring.
everything. And what if I lose them? Like, I'm not gonna lose this. I have to have more copies. So my advice to you is get copies. It's gonna cost a little bit, but it's worth it. Step number 4. This is gonna be, I feel like after the court, this is probably the hardest thing, honestly, and that's basically calling everything and doing everything and changing and updating everything. Getting the court order is a huge victory, but the final boss battle is still ahead. So now you've got to update your name and your gender marker if you're doing that too. So on every single document you own, welcome to the new part-time job professional form filler. My advice is to make a checklist. Take a deep breath and tackle it one agency at a time. Yeah, make sure you write a checklist because trust me, it's gonna get a little hectic if you have a lot of credit cards, which I know I did at that point in time. So the general recommended game plan is to start with the Social Security Administration. You'll fill out their form and show them your certified name change decree. Getting Social Security updated first is key because tons of other agencies use their records to verify who you are. So once Social Security is done, you can hit the DMV to your driver's license or state ID. After that is your passport. Now, this one can be a little tricky. As of mid 2025, updating the gender marker on a US passport is caught in a legal battle due to January 2025 executive order that tried to restrict it. A federal court has currently blocked that order, which means many trans people can still update their passports for now, but the situation is fluid, so definitely check the latest guidance from places like the National Center for Transgender Equality before you start the process. Then, there's everything else, your birth certificate, which is a whole separate quest depending on your birth state. Bank accounts, credit cards, card title, insurance policies, voter registration, school records, work records, the list goes on. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Every agency has its own hoops to jump, so don't get devastated, don't get disappointed. Just keep it going. You got this, fam. Trust me. Trust me, I was pretty agitated as well whenever I was calling every single credit card to make sure that they could, like give me the process of how to change the name because some of them didn't have the chat box. I like the chat box because I don't have to deal with them. But no, I have to call them. Most of them I had to call them and they were like, "Hello?" And I was like, "Hello, yes, like I'm here to ask what I need to do in order for the name change." They were like, "Sir, I'm sorry, but in order to do that, we need the owner of the account to be here. Do you know where she's at?" I'm like, "Sir, it's me." This is like the second or third time I'm telling you, it's me. They're like, "Sir, we can't give you that information." I'm like, "Give me any information. Give me anything. Tell me what you need to know. Ask me questions, and I will answer all of them. Just please understand that this is what I'm trying to do." Trust me, some of them were pretty understanding, and others were kind of poopy pants. I'm not gonna cap, but they were at the end of the day. I finally got it situated. So if you're having trouble and if people are being difficult, do not get frustrated. It's part of the process. You got this. I had to go through that. Just saying, you got this. You got this. With every single document you update, that ghost of a dead name gets a little smaller, a little fainter, until one day you realize it's gone forever. So keep it going, man. You got this. So what's it like on the other side after you get everything updated and you have a name change? It's freedom. It's that simple. Incredible joy of pulling out my credit card on dates and it's showing J Leva. I ain't gotta hide it. I ain't gotta like put my hand on top of it, put it down upside down, showing all my credit card details because I'd rather show that than my dead name, low key. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah, no, that's what it is. It's basically a sheer relief of going to the doctor and hoping that no one is there because then the doctor comes out and they call out for the name and you have to get up and when there's people around, they're all looking at you like, hold up. They just said a girl name and that dude just got up. What the heck is going on? Trust me, I know how you felt. Low key, I still have flashbacks of that. But it is one of the most powerful acts of self-love that you could possibly do. It's you standing up telling the entire world on the record exactly who you are. If this was helpful, please give this video a like and I don't know, think about subscribing. More importantly, let's build something here. If you've been through this, drop your own tips and stories about how you went through it. Let me know if I missed anything. You're not just helping me out, you're helping other people who stumble upon this video because trust me, I was that person looking on YouTube how to legally change a name change for transgender men or transgender people. Literally, that was me 2 years ago. If you're just starting out, ask your questions. I said I now get notifications. Now I understand the process. Shout out to you. You know who you are that commented, yo, keep on posting. I know it was a year ago. I got you. No, actually, thank you, because of you, I'm actually doing it. Remember, claiming your name is claiming your life. It's an act of defiance, an act of joy, an act of finally fully becoming yourself. Thanks for watching. Peace.